Well, former senior FBI profiler Mary Ellen O'Toole spent her career studying the criminal mind. She's a director of the Forensic Science Program at George Mason University. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This really is a race until the next bomb. What kind of profile would you start building right now to find the culprit?
I would be looking at the forensic results and also the behavior. It's a combination of the two. So, for example, the FBI lab will be looking at the functionality of these devices. Are they intentionally not working, or are they not exploding because of some problem? And if that's the case, if they are intentionally designed not to explode, but to create fear and panic, then we can possibly expect to see an escalation if there's another batch of bombs that come out. This suggests to me that this is someone that really planned this out quite well. So we should not assume that mistakes that we see in the posting of the packages are a mistake, but may be done purposefully. There's also an arrogance about these bombings. This is someone who is creating a great deal of fear and panic in New York and in the D.C. area, and he's enjoying that. My sense is that the sense of power and control and omnipotence that he's getting out of really being the center of attention now throughout the country is probably like a narcotic for him. So that can play a part in how these bombs may start to evolve, or how this series of attacks may start to evolve.
Mary Ellen, I notice you keep using the pronoun he. Are you convinced that it's a man?
Well, I say he because anecdotally, when we've seen serial bombers, they are male. But if the investigation points to a female, they won't disregard that because of the gender. I'm aware of the case up in Erie, Pennsylvania, where the pizza delivery man was killed when he had a bomb around his neck. The bomb maker was a male, but the ringleader was actually a female. But anecdotally, when we see serial bombers, we tend to see men.
How could the packaging, what could the packaging, what kind of clues could it give investigators? It seems that they have a lot of evidence to work with in this case. You think so?
I do think so, and I think with a device like this plus the packaging, there's the potential for DNA and fingerprints and trace evidence. And what I think is important, and most violent offenders don't realize this, but the DNA technology anymore is pretty amazing. And so even if the devices go off, they explode. Investigators and analysts are still able to retrieve possibly DNA fingerprints from particles that are exploded. So when someone is making a device, they turn the wires a certain way. They may put a piece of the device in their mouth while they're working with their hands, and then that piece comes out of their mouth. We've got DNA. So people are not that sophisticated to what can be used to obtain their identity. There is a wealth of information here, and this offender has taken a lot of risks.
Yeah,
he can't go back and change that now.
Yeah, I think he will be found. Mary Ellen O'Toole, thank you so much.
You're welcome.